Immigration is a large part of what defines the United States as the United States. The U.S. was built upon by immigrants. There have been many waves of immigrants in the United States. There were immigrants even before the United States became the United States. In the 19th century, a lot of immigrants came in from northern and western Europe, and in the late 19th century and early 20th century, there were a lot of immigrants coming in from southern and eastern Europe. In the mid 20th century, there were a lot of Europeans coming in from Western Europe. In the late 20th and early 21st century, there were immigrants coming in from Asia and Latin America. There's some stuff that immigrants do that are bad, but there's also some misconceptions behind them. At the end of the day, immigrants have done so much for this country. We wouldn't know America as it is today if it wasn't for them. We wouldn't be as advanced as we are without them. The waves of immigrants brought over new things such as religion, language, cuisine, celebrations, among others. Starting from the early settlers, which comprised of imperial countries such as England, France, and Spain. They brought over Christianity, and more particularly, they brought over Catholics, Protestants, Puritans, and Anglicans. They also brought over their languages, English, Spanish, and French, respectively. The next wave of immigrants consisted of Northern and Western Europeans, but to be more concise, that included people from Ireland and Germany. They brought over their languages, Irish and German respectively, and they also brought over Catholicism again. The next wave of immigrants were from Eastern and Southern Europe. A lot of them became immigrants because of the results of the world wars. They brought over one particularly new religion, which was Judaism. They also brought over some new languages, which included Russian, Bulgarian, Ukrainian, Slavic, Polish, Italian, Greek, and Portuguese. The next wave includes immigrants from Asia and Latin America. Asians in particular brought over a lot of new religions and beliefs. Some of the beliefs include Buddhism, Confucianism, Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, and Jainism. Some of the new languages include Mandarin, Japanese, Hindi, Arabic, Bangla, Urdu, Vietnamese, and Korean. Thanks to immigrants, there are a lot of different types of holidays or celebrations that are observed by so many people, even those that do not actually observe the faith that these holidays or celebrations belong to. Let's start by going chronological order, starting from January, which there is the Chinese New Year, which originated from China. In March, there was St. Patrick's Day, which originated from Ireland. In April, there's Easter, which came from Europe and Middle East, depending on how and where you look. In May, there's Cinco de Mayo, which originated from Mexico. In October, there's Halloween, which originated from Europe. And in December, there's Christmas and Kwanzaa. Christmas, which originated in Europe or the Middle East, depending on how you look at it. And Kwanzaa, which is an African holiday. And there's some other holidays that don't have a set date or month, which are Ramadan, Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, Rosh Hashanah, Diwali, and Yom Kippur. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are Jewish holidays that originate from the Middle East. Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, and Ramadan are also holidays originating from the Middle East, but instead are Muslim holidays. And Diwali is a Hindu holiday that originates from India. Some of the new cuisines that were brought along, some became staples of the US. Those include jerky, meatloaf, macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, french fries, hot dogs, and hamburger. And there's some other notable foods that Americans like, or foods that have become Americanized, which include pizza, sushi, taco, tofu, and hummus. Immigrants have a large impact on the economy. They are filling in jobs in essential industries. They are starting businesses, filing patents, and creating new products. And they are also the reason why America is demographically younger than other countries. Immigrants make up a large portion of the workforce, which include factory workers, construction workers, fast food workers, cleaners, maids, gas station employees, restaurant employees, along with so many others. A lot of the jobs that they do also create other jobs for a lot more people. They also start businesses where a lot of people can work, like Amazon. Some immigrants or some children of immigrants have either founded, created, or led amazing companies such as Amazon, Apple, Google, Tesla, Yahoo, AT&T, eBay, and Microsoft. Now we're going to talk about some misconceptions that people have on immigrants, or some things that people believe that immigrants do but they actually don't, or the truth behind them. Let's first start with the fact that all immigrants want to create trouble for people. That is false. A lot of people believe this because they see acts of violence or terrorist activities done by immigrants. But a lot of immigrants don't do this. In fact, only a small minority of immigrants, if they are actually immigrants, do this. The main reason that immigrants don't want to be caught up in crime or in trouble of any kind is because they have a high chance of being deported. If they get deported, then all the work that they did to build the life that they have built is going to go to waste. No one wants that to happen. Another misconception about immigrants is that they do not pay taxes. That's false. I don't know why people believe this. The reason that this is false is because regardless of where anyone goes, they have to pay taxes, whether that be for a service or good, whether that's in a convenience store, grocery store, restaurant, anywhere, you're going to have to pay taxes. And if you get a paycheck, you have taxes taken out from your gross pay. That's why people's gross pay and net pay are so different. The last misconception I'm going to talk about is that the fact that immigrants take social welfare from people who deserve it more. And by people who deserve it more, people mean native born people. But that's not right. Immigrants, they think that immigrants will take it because they can, but that's not right because immigrants, if they are undocumented, they have a chance of getting deported. And they don't want that. And they and they're less likely to get it just because they don't know how a lot of stuff works. Immigration is amazing. Look at all the stuff that they have brought for us, whether that have been religion, language, cuisine, celebrations, or just inventions or their great minds. Without immigrants, we wouldn't be so great.